Okay, Judith 11, and now start the recording. Who can help me reading the next stories? I will need a volunteer.
Me, teacher.
Thank you very much.
Uh, if you accidentally damage a parked car in a parking lot, if the owner weren't around, I'd leave a note with my phone number. Uh, I would I wouldn't leave a note if the owner weren't around.
Thank you very much. Would you like to be my helper, please? Would you mind being my helper, please, to reading the next ones? But before going to the next ones, I'm gonna just highlight. We are just checking the unit number. The conditional type two. So we have the if clause right here. If you accidentally damaged in the if clause, it must contain the simple past of the verb. And then in the result, you will use the would plus the base form of the verb. No? Okay, if the owner weren't, the verb to be, when we use conditionals, we have to use where. Even though that we are describing I, he, she, or it, we use where. Doesn't matter. But normally we use, the verb to be in the past was where. Well, I, he, she, with, they are along with was. Nonetheless, in the past conditional, second conditional, sorry, we use simple past. So if the owner weren't around, I live. That's the use of I live. That's the contraction I would live. We use the base form because it's a modal verb. I live. I wouldn't leave a note if the owner weren't around. So in this case, we're starting with the result at the beginning. We use wouldn't. I wouldn't leave a note if the owner weren't around. So the owner, that he, somebody, we use weren't, even though that is just a third person. But in spoken informal language, they use was, no problem. So let's gonna check the next one, please.
Me, teacher.
Okay, thank you.
If you found out your coworker got the job using false credentials, I will keep it a secret only if I like my coworker. I will keep it a secret unless my boss asks me directly about it.
Thank you very much, Reina. Uh, what happens here is when you use would, it's a modal verb, and we have to put it the base form of the verb, no? And we are still using the simple past, look the verb. If I liked, then this we have this the condition. We have the word unless, which means if not, ask, ask. So this the unless means if not, made directly about it. Okay, then we have the next situation. Then we have the next situation.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, please.
If you found some money on the street, I wouldn't try to return it unless it were a large amount. Even if I, even if I were really broke, I would give the money to the police.
Okay, thanks, Carlos. So we're still using the simple past form. Notice it. If I were, look, you know the in simple past, I verb to be corresponds was form, sure. But right now, this even if I were really broke, even if I really were really broke, that were, it's corresponding to you, we, and they. Nonetheless, we use the were form to all the subjects when we are describing conditionals or expressing that unreal condition. No, that's the best simple verb use. But just to do a little, how can I say, review. Okay, we have looked to different type of conditions. No, you might have faced the zero conditional. That's the conditional for facts. We have the first conditional, which is to express probability. Then also we have the second conditional. That's for express unreal or how can I say unreal situations or imaginary. Okay, imaginary situations. And the last one is the third conditional that is used to express laments, regrets, oh, and unreal situations too. No, what thing could happen if we did this or we have done that, right? So this is to express the tenses. Well, the conditions. What are they for? And each of these conditions, you need to know the different tenses that they need to work along with them. So the zero conditionals, or actually conditionals, they work with two clauses. There's the if conditional that must be in present simple, plus the the result conditional. In this case, it's well, I'm gonna put a letter R to represent result. It's present simple again. So it means that we have to use a present simple example. If boil, you boil water, it comma. It's important to add a comma when you divide that second clause. It boils. No, so it means you always it boils. It's a fact. It's expressed true. The nature of the truth in physics. No, we use the third conditional. Or if I don't eat, I get hungry. Then the conditional first. Well, the first conditional. First conditional number one. It's the if. Well, the if the cause. It goes with simple present, present simple or simple present, plus the modal verb will, may, can, or any that express possibility. So we use any verb that express possibility. If I study, I will pass the exam. What means this? That even if I study normally, there's a probability that I could pass exam or not. So it's not guaranteeing me that it's studying, I could pass exam. Imagine that would be awesome if for any exam that we study, we pass it. No, second conditional. That's the one that we are looking now. We use if plus the simple past or past simple plus would, the modal verb would. Remember that when we have a modal verb, we have to use base form. Okay, we have to use the base form anytime that you have a modal verb or you have an auxiliary. And then we have the third conditional. The third conditional, we use if, but in this case, we're gonna use the past perfect. No, the past perfect. The past perfect, you use the past plus the past participle, no, past perfect form. Is that I had plus the past participle. And then we use would have plus the past participle in the result. I forgot putting here that's in the result. That's in the result. And that's for the result too. So we have two clauses. One that's making the cause and the other is the result. If you remember this, you probably have seen it in level 4. But right now we're just working with the second conditional to express unreal situations. Let's talk about something unreal. You have any superpower, you have, or you could have any superpower. What superpower would you have? Tell me. Write it in the box if you want, or you want to tell me. If you have any superpower, what superpower would you have? If you had any. Super strength, invisibility. If I if I had any superpower, I would have super strength probably, or teletransportation. What about you?
Teletransportation.
Teletransportation too, flying, super speed. Mm-hmm. or maybe breathing through water, like Aquaman. Okay. Now we're gonna read these statistics. Do you find them surprising? Why or why not? Says of the people survived, would never fail to report damage in parked car even if nobody were present. No, actually, there's a funny meme that there's a guy who well who damaged a car no in the parking lot, and he was writing a note and he says, so sorry for damaging your car, I hope that you can fix it soon. I don't have any money, but there are many people around me or staring at me. So there was, I mean, I don't know if you have watched it before. Then think it is unacceptable to use false credentials on a job application. No, there's another funny meme. No, I put that I had some skills in this job and I ended up here. No, so it's like a penguin in the middle of something or weird job. That's another funny meme. Then the 18% says wouldn't keep money they found on the street. Wouldn't keep money they found in the street. So it means like the rest, the 82. No wait, the 72 or 82. No, 82, right? The 82 will keep the money, no? And would never illegally avoid paying the fare and public transportation, no? 58, no? So using hacks, no? To not pay the, well, not to pay the bus, the Suba, no, it says Viva Bus, or I don't know the name now. Then the 25% think it's never okay to exceed the speed limit while driving. So let's gonna ask you. All right, we're gonna have an exercise. This is a listening exercise. I would like you to pay attention to it, and we're gonna pick true, false, or doesn't say according to the story. There's Aaron's, Lee and Lean talking about finding something. Are these statements true or false, or does the person not say? Choose the correct answer. We're gonna listen. Okay, so there you go.
Unit 11. Values. Lesson A. Page 88. Exercise 2. Finders Keepers. Listen to Aaron and Leanne talking about finding something. Are these statements true or false? Or does the person not say? Choose the correct answer. 1. Aaron.
I was with my son at the supermarket. He was about 8 years old at the time, and he found a wallet on the floor. Inside it was $100 bill. $100. He picked it up and got all excited. In fact, neither of us could really believe it. He started talking about all the things he would buy. Right away, I told him that we couldn't keep it. He seemed disappointed at first. We started asking people if they had lost anything. After asking around for a while, we hadn't found anyone, and I was beginning to think we'd asked everyone. But then, as we were walking to the front of the store, I noticed a man, actually my son noticed him, pacing back and forth, shaking his head and muttering something. I thought it was probably his wallet, so we asked him, and it was. My son felt better when he saw how relieved the man was about getting his money back. That was our good deed for the day, and the man gave my son $10 as a reward for returning the wallet.
2. Leanne. I was on a train from Washington, D.C. to New York last month when I found a book lying under my seat. It was just a little book, not an expensive one. It was probably only worth a few dollars. Well, I really wanted to read it. It was pretty interesting. And by the end of the trip, I was still reading it, so I decided to keep it. I took it home and finished it. Now, every time I see it on my bookshelf, I wonder if I should have taken it or not. I mean, do you think I should have given it to the train conductor? Who knows? Like I said, it wasn't a very expensive book, so I didn't really feel guilty about taking it.
Okay, so Aaron sounds wanted to keep the wallet and spend the money. True or false? Okay, and the chat box says that was, yeah, he wanted to keep the money. Then Aaron's son received thank you card as reward. Did he receive a
False.
thing? Huh?
False.
False. What did he receive?
$10.
$10.
$10.
Yeah. then the owner of the book probably didn't care much about it. Does it say it? False or true? Doesn't say. Yeah, actually didn't mention nothing about the owner. It just said that she just found it, no, on the bus. Number 4, Lynn will probably return the book. It's false. Because what? It's false because what? Okay, I'm gonna play it again, this part, to see why it's.
He said
11.
he wants keep the book.
Yes,
Reading it,
that
took
was
it
she.
home and finished it. Now, every time I see it on my bookshelf, I wonder if I should have taken it or not.
So she's wondering if she should have taken it or not.
I mean, do you think I should have given it to the train conductor? Who knows? Like I said, it wasn't a very expensive book, so I didn't really feel guilty about taking it.
So she didn't feel guilty about taking it because it was not a expensive book. So that's why she kept it. Okay. What would you do in any of these situations? Would you keep the items that you found or you keep them? Or depends? Okay. Well, now we're gonna look to present and real conditional with unless, only if, and even if. Unless clauses include the exception that would change the speaker decision. We have here, I wouldn't try to return it unless it were a large amount. Then I would keep it secret unless my boss asked me directly about it. So here we have I would, that's the modal verb, and then it's the base form. And right here we have the simple past, ask me directly about it. Then we have only if it clauses stress the condition for the result. I would keep it a secret only if I like my coworker, and even if clauses are followed by unexpected results. Even if I were really broke, I give the money to the police. So right here, we use the simple past next to the if clause. And then we have the would next to. We have the would, it's a modal verb, and that's why we have to put it in the base form. Okay. Then we're gonna complete this exercise. It says you would choose the words that are true for you. Then we're gonna compare and complete the sentences. If a cashier undercharged me, I would tell him even if it were small difference. No, so you will complete these statements with your own information. And just to finish to, well, tomorrow we're gonna check the grammar plus. Okay, so it says to ask follow-up questions after yes no questions. A shortened conditional can be used too, especially in spoken or informal English. The positive shortened conditional is if so, and the negative shortened conditional is if not. So would you consider my internet connection is not working well? Oh, friend, avoid hurting your friend's feelings? If so, what kinds of things would you lie about? And are you sure your friends are loyal and trusting? If not, you shouldn't tell them your secrets. Okay? So that will be for tomorrow. And right now in your Schoology, you will go through the folder, Unit 11, and you will have this activity. This activity is due tomorrow. This activity is due tomorrow. Okay? So it's right here, 13, 14. Here you go. Activity due tomorrow. This one. Well, not due tomorrow. It will be due Friday. We're gonna put it due Friday. Okay. Page 81, 9. Okay. Due Friday. Okay. So we do Friday.
Teacher,
15th.
pero no, ¿es de screenshot esa actividad también?
No, it's not. No, it's not. You have to complete your own information with this.
Ah, ok, teacher.
So the